Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miruri and I do videos with legal conversations. So today we're going to talk about classification of land in Kenya. But before we do that, thank you guys. Thank you so much for the 100 subscribers. We have hit 100 subscribers and this shows that the family is growing. So please, if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so back to our topic. We're going to reference a lot, not a lot, but we're going to reference the Constitution of Kenya only. We have many statutes or many legislation and many policies that touch on matters land, but because today the topic is just purely classification of land, we're just going to look at the Constitution of Kenya. In the Constitution of Kenya, in chapter 5, specifically article 61 of the Constitution, provides that land belongs to the people of Kenya collectively as a nation or individually or communally. So that then directs us to the three categories in which land are classified. So the first one is public land. So public land is land that is held by the government in trust for the people of Kenya. So this is land that can be land that is legally held by state organs or institutions like school. It can be land that has minerals and oils. It can be like the territorial sea or the exclusive economic zone of the seabed. It could be, let me say, rivers, lakes, or land that has been declared legally as public land. Of course, it excludes land that is private or community. So that then becomes public land. I think there have been conversations of people laying claim on public land, and many people usually do not understand why, or the invisible, let me call them the invisible rights that people have to public land. And if I could just explain this a little bit, from the definition that we started with, the definition in Article 61, that land belongs to people in Kenya and is just held in trust by the government, then gives Kenyans the right to occupy land, be it public land. So when they lay claim on public land, they're just saying that they're using the public, they have all the right to use the public land. But of course, government has government has a right to administer that land, and so it comes in with the principle known as eminent domain to administer that land, specifically if the land is needed for purposes of public interest. Then that public interest will then come before the right of the Kenyan who is occupying the public land. I think we will explain that in another video. We call them the unconventional land rights that we have in Kenya. So the second category of land is what we call the community land, and it's founded again in Article 63 of the Constitution. So community land is land that is held by a group representative, like a community. What we need to take note of is what community is. So community have been expounded to include people of same ethnicity. It could include people who come from the same geographical area, to include people who have the same common interests. These are like socio-economic common interests, and so on. Community is. So that then accumulates to what community land is. The third category is what we call private land. And private land, just like from the name private, is land that belongs to individual. So if an individual has land and has registered that land either under freehold or leasehold, then that becomes a private land. So what I mean by freehold is that's a type of tenure, type of ownership, it's a type of ownership that then gives the individual absolute rights to use that land as he or she pleases. So then that gives you absolute rights to sell, to use, to sell, etc. Of course, when I say also individual has leasehold, the leasehold is also like a type of ownership that is limited to a specific number of years. We have previously known leaseholds to be 999 years. We have leaseholds that are 99 years. So then that becomes private land. Private land, of course, this applies to all the categories of land. It's land that has been also declared as private land. So those are the three categories that we have in Kenya, how land has been classified into those three categories. And what is important to note that the Constitution of Kenya, being a very progressive constitution, has envisioned and provided that the land in Kenya belongs to the people of Kenya, of course, collectively as a nation. So it is our land, and it can also belong to the people of Kenya as a community or as individuals. Okay guys, so those are the three categories that we have in Kenya, and thank you for clicking and for watching. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let the family grow. We'll come back and expound more on the bundle of rights when it comes to property rights and what it means for people who occupy public land to lay claim on the public land in which they occupy. Thank you guys, until next time, ciao.